Good evening. I hope you've all survived another week and that things are looking up for the weekend. It has been so much colder today and yesterday in the state of the United States in which I live. It has been so refreshing not to be sitting in damp and sweating in my room. So I'm pretty chuffed. It's going to be a little warmer tomorrow, and on Tuesday it's going to be a lot warmer, back to what it was previously. But after that, we're looking at like high 50s, low 60s for a time, and I am so excited. I'm so excited for fall and winter. So today, we got in the tunnel and found a series of doors that we are now needing to bypass. The next door that we need to break down is a power hammer brick wall, and so we're going to see how easy it is to assemble the power hammer. And then we're going to see what the next step is. I'm going to bet at this point that the key of Ares opens a door in this sequence somewhere. Which again, hopefully just showed up back in the tomb, and we can always always solve that puzzle again if needed. I'm gonna banner the king for green rooms. Maybe I could have waited for that initially, but we're gonna do that because my experience is if you can get either lucky from the Cloister of Rinna or the double veranda, you'll find the broken handle very, very easily, and you can find the battery pack pretty consistently. Oh, I guess that means we probably don't have a blessing, but we're going to take the tool shed just so we can see, maximize the odds of getting a wrench. That's cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Maximize the odds of getting a sledgehammer as quickly as possible, because that's the other one that's really screwed me over. I don't think I wished in the well, but I'll do that on the way out. So we're not going to take the spare veranda yet, because we have frozen assets from yesterday. So we're going to want the Cloister of Rinna first, before we try to get the frickin' frigin spare veranda. The actual veranda is tempting. We'll need the workshop eventually, but I think we're going to stick the storeroom here and just like solidify our early resources for today. Yeah, let's go over. I'm always tempted by the nursery right off the bat. Don't think we're gonna do it this time. Always feels bad to use the corridor this early, but I don't really want to stick the bedroom here. Whatever. I said what I said. I mean, if we can miraculously get enough coins to buy blue tents today, that would also be pretty lit. Go over one. None of these are good, but I think I'm okay sticking the coat check here. I don't think I'm gonna need the paper crown. I could just grab the paper crown. That's a bunch of rerolls. Nah. Showroom is a bit greedy. Commissary. Let's get the commissary, because there's a good chance of sledgehammer. And we definitely want the running shoes, because that's going to help us go in and out of the tunnel if needed today. And see, that's what we were wanting. That's, yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We are going to need the workshop at some point, but being lucky has helped quite a bit in days past. And if we get the observatory, we can re-roll to our heart's content. That's a joke. That's also kind of a joke to have it turned that way. Let's do the spare veranda first. We have 6 keys and a sledgehammer. Yeah. I'll take a terrace, yeah. Would have been nice to have that before drafting the cloister proper, but choosing beggars and all that. I am tempted not to take the solarium just because of I don't want unusual and rare rooms while drafting today. Not really. I will want all my common rooms. So we'll redraw once and hope for the aquarium, but we'll just stick the workshop here. Yeah, we'll make it commonplace. The compass, you bastards. Okay. I low-key do want to go back to the entrance hall and go up. But we're not going to do that yet. The dark room often has the battery pack. Conference room. Yeah. I mean, if I broke the piggy bank, I would definitely... I'm certain I have at least 200 coins in there, given how many times I've donated 30 to 50 coins to it in the past. How many times do I have to say I don't want the solarium? We certainly don't need the parlor today, not right now. So we'll take the kennel, pet the dog. We'll take a rabbit's foot. My friend's dog just ripped out their stitches, and the picture that he sent was very, very tragic. As they went to the ER to have those redone. We're going to take the utility closet, and we're going to keep that commonplace. There's usually a couple of coins in the corner. I don't need the food yet. We'll hold off for now. Mechanarium could be okay. My fear about doing the study is that that closes off a lot. It closes off. I would have to get from the veranda up, and I don't necessarily like my odds for that. But also, the study gives us rerolls, and we need to get security before we start running into security doors that we can't open. But I think we're gonna go Mechanarium. I think we're happy keeping that unusual. Okay, so it's just... didn't think that one... Didn't think it would trigger that. I was hoping to get one of the extra doors, but, I mean, a 4-door room is fine. That's kind of a big choice. We have the spare veranda, so I think I am going to go up with the office, and then we can also activate an experiment if we want. Loving the food just all over the place. Or we can go to security. I think we'll actually activate the security terminal. We don't need laboratory experiments at the moment. So let's access security. Okay, that's not bad. Set it to high because we've already turned it off. Vestibule is tempting, but I don't have that many keys. Definitely place a veranda. Car key is probably not going to matter. Happy for the turnips. We've really not had luck with our power hammer ambitions today. Greenhouse isn't gonna have. We want the patio mostly, so I think we're gonna take the drawing room just to get the rerolls mostly. Okay. Yeah, no paper crown. I was mildly curious. Okay, yeah, let's go this way. Passageway, pretty good there. Dark room. That closet's pretty far away, though. Hey, that connects back. Okay. Poorly, but it does. So the fastest way to get back to the utility closet would be to try to draft across the spare veranda from either the drawing room or the passageway. I'm thinking going across the drawing room is going to be better. I'm going to swallow my pride and not go into the parlor just for the sake of solving it. And allowing an arbitrary number to try to matter. I'm not going to let it. Oh, that's garbage. Garbage. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Oh. Great. Yeah, could have used the rerolls earlier for sure. Glad I didn't eat the apple. Okay. I guess if we go back through the office, we can check the estate inventory because it should show up if it's in the dark room. Let's draft this room first. We have to have a doorway off of this. So I think we'll just take the showroom here. And we'll pop in and check back on security real quick. Okay, so hopefully the battery pack isn't in the dark room. Oh, but we are gonna spread gold since we have the since we have the conference room already. And I think since we're already here, we are gonna go across and just power up the dark room again. We'll eat the apple now. I don't think we need anything from the showroom explicitly. The compass might help if we want to rotate things, but on the off chance, I'm just going to save my gold. Classroom's a bunch of redraws, so I think we will take it. And it's an apple, which definitely makes it worth it. That's cool. We need a big room here. None of you are good rooms here. Oh, that was actually kind of scary. Because I had completely forgotten. I think pump room unusual is fine. We don't really want to change anything at this point, I don't think. Having the pool drained and the reservoir accessible is good. The only thing is like, oh, we could drain the fountain, but that's actively bad. That just blocks us off from anything else. But I also don't know that it matters because we haven't gotten anything. We haven't gotten anything for the power hammer. We'll redraw. What is with these rooms showing up over and over again? Ugh. We do want security to be common. Oh, you were supposed to go the other way, but that's okay. This is kind of our Hail Mary at this point. When did I get another? Oh, I think I added one from the Chamber of Mirrors, I guess. We'll do the patio, because it often has both the... Well, not today. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We can go check the dark room on our way out. Just in case we would have gotten a little bit close, but... I guess we can try to solve the parlor puzzle today, but maybe not. Just, you know, keep it low. I truly thought that the strategy of green rooms would make it a walk in the park. One try, and that's all it took. Cool, that's more coins we can donate to the piggy bank if we so desire. I am gonna go just check to make sure that the key is where we think it is, and that it's not going to require anything else to go do. Because especially with the shoes, we're golden for getting there, no sweat. Interesting, interesting. It is where I wrote down. Decipher solution. Okay. Is it's CIX, which is 9, 109. Add 6, which puts us to 115, and then counterclockwise to east, I thought. It's either the east or west. Just don't remember if you're supposed to push the button in between each time. Oh, I think I was going one farther than east should. But, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Taking a quick look down to see all the doors do seem to be unlocked, which is neat. Yeah. Come again, Laertes. Okay. Tool shed again would be convenient. Don't have a shrine blessing, so shrine would be fine. No, you were great. The root cellar can get us through doors. Shelter could let, yeah, let's just do the root cellar. I was gonna say that shelter could let us get to security, but I don't think that's a desperate enough need to counteract the utility of extra dig spots. We want the commissary pretty much as quickly as possible. Security's pretty good. I don't think we're gonna need... I don't think we're gonna need the office or the shelter. So we can start an experiment just for the kicks and giggles. Because there are good experiments that we can get. Experiment setup. Okay. So I just am gonna keep removing crates from the tunnel just in case, because either of those two, these two are both good. They're both good, but I figure let's, just in case, you know? Just in case there are more crates somewhere. Honestly, let's not tempt fate today. It's a risky pick. It's a risky pick, but it has a sledgehammer and gems, which makes it worth it. We'll take the metal detector, we'll take the salt shaker, because why not? Now we just have to make sure we can get out from here. But we do want to shovel pretty much ASAP. We'll need the workshop eventually. Again, not the item we wanted from the workshop. We wanted part of the power hammer. But what can you do? Okay, we've got a lot of doors now. The conference room here is fine. No key card, which is always a comfort. It's always nice when they don't rub it in your face by giving you the key card after you've already done security doors and whatnot. Let's just get the frickin' planetarium out of here. I don't know why I made it so common. I think I made it because I wanted to bump up the stars I could get, but it's so bad right now. This is like the perfect spot for a passageway. Thank goodness. Okay, let's remove a crate. Bad spot for the cloister. I'm not gonna waste our gems on it. Let's just put the boudoir and get some more rerolls. Ooh, tempting, but I think we're gonna do the dining room. Gonna leave the lunchbox. Again, just gonna get this dead-end common room out of the pool for now. Patio can sometimes have the parts we need, so we're gonna take the roll and not get lucky. Not get anything in this room. That's mildly infuriating. Can go across. We're low on resources, so getting the emerald bracelet would be pretty nice. We have a sledgehammer. That's all we've got so far. Okay, more doors to bypass. Where were these drafts? Heckin' weeks ago when we needed them. Darkroom again can sometimes have the battery pack. We're pretty far away from the utility closet though, but it's the best option for giving us the most doors. So we're gonna do it, and we're gonna just eat it. And if we accidentally draft bad red rooms, then that's fine. This one, laboratory, kind of sucks to have here, but that's okay. Probably don't need to go in because it doesn't look like there's anything, but we can't see all the way and we are low on keys. Sometimes battery pack or lever handle can be in here, rarely. Just take a gem to room. Pretty good. Not gonna take Southern Cross. We don't need it. Take the extra steps, I think. Pool hall can't give us what we want. Spare veranda might. Unlikely, but it might. I like rerolls. Both of you are oriented poorly. I don't really want the pool. I don't want to clog up drafting. So we'll take the pool hall. (13 minus 1). 21 divided by 7 is 3. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . And honestly, why not? The dining room is pretty far away right now, but we also only have 44 steps, and so the weight room might actually be a good pull right here. I'm gonna do it. It's a bit of a risk, but we haven't drafted the kitchen yet, and so that could save us essentially. And let's go over here. I simply think we must do better. Garage gives us a bunch of keys. I think that's good enough. Don't have the car keys yet. Still haven't found a single... We haven't drafted many green rooms, and so it's entirely possible that the shovel just hasn't spawned in yet. We can check security. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps to get to the dining room, which can back up our day if we need. So we're going to draft this. Doors are not unlocked, and I don't have any means to open doors, so we're not doing that. If I had the master key, sure. Such garbage options. I hate it. I hate it. We're gonna draft this room first. What? Okay. Truly, truly, the game simply hates us today. Probably not useful, but it could be useful. Of all of the bad options that you could give us, fine, let's go grab an allowance token. Didn't necessarily want to grab that, but we were punished the last time we didn't, so. Okay. I think we need to go. Well, we could go up and draft the 2 rooms up here, but then we would need to go back and eat food if we want to keep drafting. Jeez. Put the aquarium there. This could be the kitchen, so we're gonna just pick it. Pool room, okay. You can't get food in trunks. So let's go back. We only have like 1 step of leeway, so I am going to check my map consistently to make sure that I don't screw it up, because I have been known to waste many steps casually. Yeah. So let's have dinner. Not a great many steps. Honestly, I think it might... We could draft that corner room for sure. We could go back and draft one room up there. The odds of that having what we need are slim enough that I think I'm just gonna go draft these rooms. And then if there's nothing there, we're just gonna start over. Again, it was child's play to make the power hammer whenever we didn't need it. Three gems? What's 3-gem room? And we just take pump room because it lets us draft more. The kick in the teeth key card, you know, secret garden key would have been great. Could have used that. Nice. Cool. Neat. Let's at least go get some stars. We can go check security just in case. You know, just make ourselves feel worse. If we missed a shovel, I swear. So we had the broken lever, but no battery pack. So I don't feel too bad about that. And the broken lever is likely in the dark room, either in the dark room or the weight room. I think those are two places I think it shows up. But yeah, let's go to the planetarium. Goodness. There you are. Objectively, I don't think petting the dog does anything. Subjectively, petting the dog is everything. I don't think the game, I don't think the game is programmed in such a way to prevent you from progressing, but it certainly feels like it sometimes, because there were many days where we didn't get any of the parts that we needed for Power Hammer. It just obviously feels more egregious that we aren't getting them now that we actually need it. $110 allowance. We're getting there. So yeah, tool shed and shrine are the two outdoor rooms we really want, just because we could get a couple of good blessings from the shrine. The frickin' blessing of the gardener is probably what I would go for, but tool shed is good. I don't trust the trading post. The wrench again. Just give me a frickin' sledgehammer, man. I don't trust the trading post, and I don't trust the hovel very much. Hovel's good, but when I first started playing, my brother mentioned that I would run out of resources like keys and gems more often than I would run out of steps. And I found that to be true a good amount of the time. But anytime that I have drafted the hovel, I've always quickly run out of steps. So I'm gonna make this more unusual because I got sick of seeing it. Boiler room, happy for that to be unusual. Office, standard is good. Definitely want the kennel. Definitely want the kennel. Honestly, I'm tempted by the garage, but I think we're gonna go boudoir because we also just could use the gem. Pretty good spot for the conference room. You know, it's possible for the key card to spawn here, but it only ever spawns when I've already drafted both security and the utility room. I don't know if it's a bug, but kennel does not unlock these doors if they are, like, if it's a security door or whatever. Or just, you know, locked doors. Whew. That does kind of hurt. We're going to leave that because we just need more keys, and we're going to get a better odd. We're going to have better odds of drafting the nook and other key granting rooms down here. We need the storeroom as much as I want the nursery. Yeah, we're gonna hold to our standards and not take the lunchbox yet. We need the workshop to have a prayer at getting the power hammer, so I'm gonna keep it common for as long as we still need the power hammer. I'm tempted by the breaker box, but I think we just need keys right now. We don't have the sledgehammer yet. We definitely use the commissary. I'm low enough on steps that I am going to take the nursery, even though we've already drafted our 2 main bedrooms. It's not pretty. It's definitely not a pretty day so far, but we have the broken lever handle, and that's huge already. I hate this game. I hate this room so much. Sure. Lose spare veranda. Metal detector. Would have been a sledgehammer, but getting more keys is not bad. I swear. I'm gonna lose it. I will lose it eventually. That's oriented as best as it can be. We could Hail Mary, essentially. We don't have the security still, and we don't have any, don't have any terminals to access it. So the utility closet could be good. I think I'm gonna gamble on the dark room, though. Again, I don't know if the objects simply don't appear before the lights get turned on. That might be the way it works. Just going to draft the gem so that it's not a red room. Perfect. And we'll keep that in common. Usually just coins in the corner here. I am fairly confident that this box needs to be powered on to get into one of the doors that we're going to run into. So I'm not going to draft that door up there unless we need to. I'm going to leave the connecting bridge unconnected. Yeah, so it looks like the item simply doesn't spawn in until you power it up. Which I mean, I think that's fine. Oriented like that is not correct. How many times have we seen these two specific rooms? Ooh, man. Ooh, man. The moment that the planetarium shows up in the conservatory, it is gone. It is done. It's so bad. It's so bad. We don't have two hallways. We're gonna need the steps, I guess. So let's take the kitchen and just buy the lot. I don't want the morning room. Trophy room. I don't think we're gonna have enough steps ever to do that. Okay, so we have one door we can unlock in the foundation. Then we have the bedroom that we can draft up from. Thank you, Shoes. Thank you for being helpful. Thank you for pulling your weight today. I think I'm gonna go up from the bedroom just because it saves the most steps. And coin purse is good to grab. I honestly was just thinking, man, the showroom could be nice if we can get the emerald bracelet, which we can. Perfect. Silver spoon could be tempting. Chronograph, I'd rather save, and if we can get the ornate compass, that's what I prefer. And since we have the coin purse and might need to come back through here, I think we're gonna do that. A bedroom gives us steps. Secret passage to a green room could be okay. Or just to a hallway. Or we just do the corridor and just make sure that it's unlocked, because getting stopped by a security door would suck. I think we'll take the re-rolls for sure. Sale, that sucks. And Florialis is pretty bad, honestly. But, I mean, that's what you get when you gamble with the stars. Sucks to lose those upper drafts, but I think the pool is the best here. Commissary would be stellar. Wow! Just keep calling your shots, I guess. Because this might have a sledgehammer for sale. Heaven forbid it have a sledgehammer for sale. We don't need to buy the gems, but we can buy the bananas and buy all the keys. I don't think the compass is as good as just being able to open a couple of trunks and try to get like the secret garden key or something. And I swear if we get the key card after we've turned off security, oh boy. Well, yeah, we can just go buy the... Again, anyway. I was hoping for any actual resources, but... Music room, that's a win, I think. We don't need to go to the antechamber. There's nothing in room 46 that we need right now. Card keys are the worst keys you could have given me. So of course it was, look, I know, the key card is a major key. It could have been a key card. We can tell ourselves that it could have been a key card. Why do I have so many dead ends in my house? Yeah, let's just get a bunch of keys. That looks like such a short bed. Height and length are not well articulated in this game. Like, the ceilings seem pretty low in this game in general, but that bed doesn't look longer than 4 feet. Okay. No, well, I mean, the only reason to buy keys is to freeze our assets, and we're not going to shoot for that over having the ability to rotate rooms. So we're going to buy the compass. We came out of that with a lot more steps, though, and that's okay. And again, we have the lever, and that's arguably the rarest piece to find. Battery pack is pretty uncommon, but I hate you so much. So much. Why? I made you uncommon. Why is everything screwy today? There's literally no point freezing our assets, so I think we'll just take the library. We'll turn it around. The key is fine. Just a new clue, why not? Aquarium's pretty good here. And I think oriented that way is good too. They really hate me. That's like the 3rd time today we've had exactly the coat check and the planetarium. I hate this so much. What is this? Okay. We have one veranda. I think we're just going to take the pump room. It's, again, it sucks giving up these 3 slots. But I think these slots and saving our rerolls to try to get a room that matters is worth it. I don't think the laboratory, at most the laboratory can let us access security. That will give us a single draft down here so far. I don't want the lost and found. Because if we lose the Emerald Bracelet, we're cooked. Drawing room, that's pretty good. All the rerolls. I mean, okay, the lost and found might have battery pack. It's possible. None of you are going to do me any good. Walk-in closet theoretically could have a thing. We don't have to walk through lost and found. We're going to draft it here and look. That's a watering can. And what looks like the hall pass, so we don't need to go in. Let's just guarantee the last 2, I think. I think that's safer than re-rolling here. we somehow need to get both the sledgehammer and the battery pack in 2 drafts. Quarry yard, we have the shovel. The sledgehammer is a... We have the shovel and the metal detector. So I think the quarry yard's actually a fair bet to get the sledgehammer. But unfortunately for us, Herbert Sinclair actually hates us. Cursed us in his will, by name. I can't think of a single room that gives us both the battery pack and sledgehammer, except maybe the attic. We can re-roll for the attic. Yeah. The walk-in closet I have never seen have anything like item combination wise except the purse or the rabbit's foot. I've never seen it have the battery pack. I've never seen it have the okay. I mean, there's still a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. Not looking good though. Not if those 3 are here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it literally hates us. Okay, let's go get ourselves some more stars then. Yeah, because we don't have a way to open the conference room. Cool. Cool. We could open all these. Never have I ever seen items in them, so I don't think I'm going to waste the time. That's an hour, 3 days, 3 days in game, 1 hour spent of absolute BS. Fed on a silver plate. Ugh. But we press on. Toolshed or Shrine? I don't think it's worth trying to get rerolls first. I think we're still going to depend on luck for that. But I think we're going to try the green room strat again. But after we check, because both of the rooms we want are blue rather than green. Ooh, it hurts. It just hurts. We'll take the tomb. We don't want the classrooms in the draft pool. And I don't want to deal with losing steps to the hovel when we're likely going to need to be going in and out if we get the... Because there's no guarantee what the next door is going to be. I don't know how many kinds of doors there could be, if we're being honest. I hate you. I'm so tempted to just draft it there and forget about it and never see it again. Why on earth did I make that as common as it is? We're just going to check the directory real quick. I guess it's a found floor plan. Why did I make it commonplace? Why did I make it commonplace? Take the den. I think the drawing room is a little better later on, because re-rolling is a little more relevant later on. I think we just stick the nursery. I think it's fine early on. We don't need that corner explicitly. So let's go. I prefer to draft up given how many straight rooms I have early on. So we'll take the corridor here. We don't want the cloister when we don't have gems to draft further green rooms. We're gonna get the observatory first this time. Because Florealis might help us today until we see if we get the showroom. But that's a pretty good orientation for the dining room. Courtyard, please don't screw with me today. Thank you, Courtyard, for playing nicely. I hate you a little less now. Planetarium. Come on. We have the sledgehammer, so the commissary is a little less crucial. I am just going to stick the storeroom here and hopefully avoid a dead end when we really don't want one. Yeah, let's go up here. Office gives us a terminal, so we can turn off security stuff. I think, given that we keep seeing these two freaking rooms, I'm going to put the planetarium here, and I'm going to weep about putting the planetarium here. Weep at all of the missed possibilities because of the rooms shunted out of the way for the planetarium's greed. It is a gamble, but this doubles our keys right now, and so I think we are going to do this and then just pray our hearts out that the corridor leads somewhere good. The workshop is probably okay, since we don't have a shovel yet. That's a battery pack, baby. Okay, okay. The weight room sometimes... No, not the weight room. Maybe the weight room can have the broken lever handle. I forgive my insecurity here. I'm just gonna look up which rooms can drop it. A lot of rooms can drop it. It can be in the hovel. That's absurd. It can be basically anywhere. Okay. It can be in the weight room. Okay, so it can be in a lot of places. That's a little comforting at the very least. Showroom's tempting. So is the conference room. Chapel's a very easy pick. Let's do the conference room. I don't know if we're gonna need gems explicitly. Screw that. I'm glad that we at least... Oh my goodness. Are we gonna get hated out again? I might cry. That's something. That's something. Okay, no broken lever handle yet. We're gonna set it to low and hope that we don't see any more security doors because of it until we can get the breaker box. I don't care about starting an experiment right now. Wow, okay. Maybe just a hint of redemption, just a hint of forgiveness. Again, I don't want to tempt fate right now. So we're just gonna turn that off. And we'll dump this back up to high. Okay. I did think about putting the dark room here just to get more guaranteed access here. I don't need the keys from the garage. I don't really want to put the hallway closet. But also the hallway closet could have items that we want. We're just going to do the bedroom, and I realized that I forgot to activate the Manor of the King for green, so we're going to do that now. Because had we done that before, we might have gotten a good room. Very, very green rooms, you know. Screw it. I'm sick of seeing the code check as well. So we'll go draft some of these. I mean, if we can get the Cloister of Rena right here, that would be pretty sick. Can't call all our shots, I guess. I'm going to re-roll this because we want to keep the aquarium and the spare green room for drafting out of the Cloister if we can get it. I think connecting here is probably fine. Gives us more steps from the nursery. And more re-rolls is also just a good thing. Okay. Cloister would not be great here, but it'd be acceptable here. Let me just take the commissary. I'll buy a shovel and a sleeping mask and a metal detector and a salt shaker. All good things, all good things. Chapel, sure. We're gonna go up one more. Go for the kennel. Okay, I'm sick of adding the pool rooms, but I have the sledgehammer, and so that could be meaningful to just get 2 free trunks. I think we're gonna do the parlor. And again, I don't need the gems, so we're just gonna ignore the puzzle, because that's what I wanted. I wanted the Cloister in a 3-gap room. So let's go pick those flowers, unlock the doors. So we want to get as much luck as we can, and then we want to go across and see if we can force the patio. Because I've had the patio be very, very generous with the green rooms that it gives. We'll put the starfish aquarium here, that's fine. We'll redraw for a green room. I so don't want to put the solarium here. I so don't want to put the solarium here. Spare veranda, thank you. Okay. I think the solarium is the only green room that we can put here now, but it's a little better to put it here than over there because we can still go over from the chapel here. So I hate the effect right now. I don't want this effect, but the luck is worth it, I hope. Okay, so now let's go up here. See if we can get the corner conservatory. Nope. We could take the lost and found. We really don't want to lose the important items, so we could do what we did last time and draft it and just check the items. But I think I prefer either the extra steps and keys or the ability to re-roll. We'll take the study. Hello, Jaren's Playground. Yes, I did solve the chess puzzle. I've solved a lot of things since last you were here. Since last I enjoyed the pleasure of your company is what I was going to say. Where's the floor here is so hard to see things on. I think you can't get keys in here. I like to think that just it's so hard to see. Okay, but now let's go over from the veranda. I'm open to getting the attic. Because of the 8 items that it can drop. This is a tough call. Getting a bunch of gems could be very good. I don't need the office. I don't want the archives. I'd like to be able to see what rooms we're dealing with. So I think we're going to redraw once. We've turned the gymnasium lights off, so I think that's fine. Patio. I wish I could rotate it, but moment of truth here. Because again, I think you can get the broken lever here. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Also, there's key. The key is also hard to see on the floor here if there is in fact one and it's not just registering. Dang. Probably just registering this room. I don't want to dilute my drafting pool if I can avoid it. I'm going to save the gem redraws for as long as I can. Utility closet's way the heck back here, where we have so many steps. We have so many steps, friends. And the dark room might have it. More so than either of these rooms. We have 100 freaking steps, so I think we're gonna. Yeah, well, I got 3 lucky ticks from the cloister, and so that I think increases the chance of dig spots in green rooms, and so agreed, it is a lot of dig spots without having drafted the root cellar, but. Over and down, over and down. Also, if we're going through security, we can go check, just in case we've missed the broken handle somewhere. And maybe we'll pop in the conference room. Actually, no. Yes, we got the sleeping mask after getting the boudoir. We can go down here and get some extra steps. Correct. You're once again on thin ice, offering a bunch of unnecessary extra information that could be viewed as a spoiler, like we've talked about. So I'd appreciate, again, if you could be mindful of the extra information that you're sharing. Jaren's Playground. Let's check the inventory. No, 1 die is fine. 2 gems, it's fine. But good that we haven't missed it. Dark room back on. Step back into the bedroom because it's free. We don't need the paper crown. It could be useful for getting more rerolls, but again, I think I just want to keep it safe until we need it. If in fact we need it, that is still a question technically, but And I'm not going to draft this chapel door yet, because we're going to have to come back through this way anyway if we don't connect it from the dark room. So I'd rather just keep it as backup. Okay. Hey, it only took 12 years. Okay. Yes, that was very intentional. I was very pleased with that myself. Okay. We have the dining room, so we can easily step back through there if we need. But let's go make our power hammer and go open the next door, see what we need. I'm glad that the early nursery paid off. That, because again, that was an instinctive choice, not a necessarily a rational choice. But again, paid off, which is satisfying. Always pet the dogs. Okay, sledge, battery, lever, power hammer, and then we probably never need this again. We might never need the power hammer again. Ooh, it feels good. The only thing that would make it better is if we had the tennis shoes today, but, I mean, I am truly grateful that we don't have to waste another day. I appreciate that. We have finally cleared all of the crates in the tunnel, and so now we are trying to break through doors here. I've opened 3 of the doors, hence the name of the stream. The stupid, stupid joke from a game that, a song that I only know because of Rock Band 2. And so breaking through this door, this wall here. Okay, so it's a different thing we need powered. It's a different power source. See, that's frustrating. Okay, because I have or do I just need to have drafted the boiler room? That's going to be very embarrassing if I need to have drafted the boiler room to power that door. If I need the boiler room and I just made it rare. Yes, it is nice to have had the satellite dish. It was a good way to add, like, an unlock, as it were. Because, power box here, this thing. So I think we need to draft the boiler room after we just made it rare. So that, you know, really, really grinds my gears a little bit. But we have 16 gems and the solarium and, the study. So let's go eat in the dining room and enter the bunk room with the sleeping mask, pop off our steps, and do our best. I'm not going to draft a furnace, so we're not going to get the extra 10 steps, but we have the salt shaker, and everyone loves a good dash of salt on their pizza. Step in here, double bunk room trigger. And again, I think I'm going to keep saving the chapel draft. I don't know if there's a particular reason, but I think it's just what we're going to do. Okay. Let's go down first. Ballroom is not a boiler room. Nope. Kitchen is kind of tempting, but honestly, we have another draft, and so I think just getting 3 gems, given how we're trying to reroll, is probably worthwhile. That... it could theoretically be a good idea, but I don't think we're going to risk it, because again, I have been screwed over by the compass so many times. So many times. Okay. Casino's kind of tempting. Music room, also slightly tempting. Throne room, I'm always tempted by the throne room, but it's a waste of gems given our current objective. Weight room, can't help us. Can hurt us. Closet, no. Not when we have 4 more redraws here. Attic, though. That's tempting. Mechanarium also, kind of. We can solve the parlor puzzle for 3 more gems if we need. I'm gonna redraw again. Drawing room gives us a free redraw. Well, it equals, well, no, because, yeah, it would give us a free draw. We're gonna redraw again. None of these are really that good for me. Ooh, ooh, finally lucky, finally lucky. So that's powered for sure now. And it's blocked off, so we will draft the chapel next time we come back. So we will, I think, go solve the parlor puzzle just to get us some more gems. Yeah. We'll attempt. Let's be very clear. We'll attempt to solve the parlor puzzle. I've screwed these up enough times to not be able to guarantee for sure. That's false. That can't be true. And so this is true, and probably means the gems are in here. Wow. Okay. Let's go see, because there's a chance there's another power source that we need to power. And honestly, I don't know if I've ever explicitly powered that box and checked the sanctum. And so it might be worth also checking the sanctum. Because there's that red room, or that red door on the offset, on the path to the inner sanctum. So it might be worth checking that, just since it's like right there. Because regardless of anything, we need the knowledge of what's behind this door, or if this in fact opened it. So we have to go down here. I don't think each of these counts as a room, because I think it's all outside. Maybe it does. Okay. See, that's really cool, actually. That's actually really cool. We don't have the magnifying glass today, but we could theoretically find it in these 2 rooms. So, because I was thinking to myself, like, what other doors could they have? But I did not consider the frickin' candle doors. But let's go check the sanctum. Just because, you know, if it does open, I would prefer not to need to draft the boiler room ever again. And we have a good number of steps still. And again, can continue to make progress since we don't need the power hammer today. Or anymore after this point. Did I pass it already? I think I passed it. I think it's before the bar door here. Yeah. Hey, okay. Ooh, what? Okay. That's very interesting, isn't it? That looks like a button of some kind. I was wondering about whether you would ever need to push this again. Ooh boy. Okay, so we need to rotate it 1 clock or counterclockwise to get over to there. And I don't see any levers up here. So we'd have to... Okay, that's a bit of a conundrum. There's part of me that doesn't want to try to solve it right now. We checked to see if that's how it works. That's how it works. So I think we're honestly just going to go back and see if we can draft those other rooms first and see if we can find the magnifying glass. Because, again, we can access this theoretically whenever. Or, if the red doors close again, we'll know what we need to do. So yeah. I'm very curious, though. I don't know why. I had assumed that there were 2 separate power sources for those doors. I assumed that there was one that would... Because I had assumed there would be that red door in this tunnel here. And then a different one was going to open the room there. But that was purely an assumption on my part, and clearly incorrect. Okay. One last time. Yeah. So the Nook can have the magnifying glass. The library, I think we already drafted today. No. So both Nook and library can have it. Yeah, I mean, it's purely a gamble here. I think the drafting studio can have it too. But I don't think that's sure enough. I'd rather draft the attic if we're being honest. Because I think the attic is far more likely to have the magnifying glass. And wouldn't you know? Ooh! Ooh, baby! Justice, vindication for 3 terrible days. Ooh. We'll take that, because I mean, okay, at this point, we don't have any other rooms to draft, and so I don't know that it's worth going to the coat check and digging that up. Is it? Is it even in 6 up? 5 up, so it'd be the bedroom. I mean, sure. There is something up there. I saw that as I left, but I don't think it could possibly matter. Whatever, I'll just go check. I'll find whatever the last item is. It's a bunch of coins. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I don't know. I truly, truly do not know what triggers luck, Jaren's Playground. I have no idea what luck actually affects. I only know that sometimes it really, really, really helps. Most of the time it really helps. But here's the thing. How does the game know that we want the magnifying glass? That's my question. I can't envision a convenient, easy way to program a way to know what items the player wants. So that luck can trigger to find them. So I don't think it was the favorite. I think it was just a statistical likelihood given the items that we already had and the likelihood of the addict to have the magnifying glass. But it could have been. Again, I don't know what luck actually does. I think it mostly just shifts the odds of like chance-based things like digging up dig spots or whether items will spawn in a room. Oh, that's new. Under beds. Holy crap. Under beds and in nooks. That's insane. Oh. Okay. Okay. Baron Bafflers. Let me get this picture saved real quick. What a day. Baron Bafflers. Direction. Each clue is a hint for two different words. The word below, the long word, and a second smaller word found within that word, the small word. Each letter in the small word will be included in the next clue's long word. Lastly, the first letter of each small word forms this week's solution, a member of the sixth clue. Yes, but... Yes, Jaren's Playground. However, I can't, again, in terms of programming, in terms of game design, I can't imagine there being some algorithm that is checking what items you need and then giving them to you based on the rolls. I can't think of a way to do that consistently that isn't just going to default poorly when it misreads a situation. Because there could be 3 different puzzles I don't know that I need these items for that trigger that because the game is trying to give them to me saying, oh, just solve these puzzles, right? So I don't think luck changes whether I got the magnifying glass for this situation. I think it might have changed whether it was an item versus a key, and so yes, it could have done that, but okay. I do kind of want to work on this for, a little bit. A couple of guesses. Recess might be, but ESS isn't necessarily a small word. Kept behind locked doors. Treasure, TREASU. Nope, too long. Kept behind locked doors. Can affect one greatly when made by someone with a strong spirit. Poetry, POETR1. No. Strong spirit. What does that even mean? Makes the validity of a statement clear. Validity, truthfulness. Alibi. Too short. Makes the validity of a statement clear. On a certain scale, this is very hot. It is dated April 6th. I don't know what that means other than a couple of like real world events that take place on April 6th. And again, that is not an invitation for you to tell me what that means, Jaren's Playground, if it is significant. A group composed of members that have similar characteristics. Again, not an invitation for you to tell me more of what that means. Oh, wild. We'll see if those messages come back after timeout. Group of members that have similar characteristics. And informs you that there's no school today. I mean, 1993, right? It'd be an email today. Or like a television broadcast. Snow could inform you that there's no school today. A teacher? Teache? Nope. A letter the letter's too slow. So small words that can be contained in bigger words. That might be the best way to go about it. Long word, lastly the first letter of each small word. Solution. I might have to work on this later because I don't know. No words are coming to my mind for these kinds of problems. So I think we're going to go make the laser glass and then keep opening doors if we can. Maybe I will send this to my friend who solved the painting riddles by accident. Solved 2 of them at least. Magnifying glass, metal detector, burning glass. What a lucky day, though. Whether it is a result of the game or not being lucky. Very lucky indeed. A long walk. Okay. Oh, that's cute. That's very cute. We have the steps. I think we can make it. You should do, like, I don't know. Part of me wishes that would have been an earlier door, just given that, as far as I'm aware, the only way to remove crates is by having all 3 microchips and having opened the satellite. Interesting. As far as I'm aware, there's no need to go back into that room behind the Black Bridge gate. But interesting to think that maybe we might. Three, 4, 5, 6. This is number 7. Can't just open that. Okay. So my gut instinct is that this might be where we need the family core. Or to have inserted the family core somewhere. We've got 4 things that look like artistic rather than actual functional, factual. Barriers, blue holly, Mount Holly. No interactable is coming up for me, and I'm clicking. If you can't hear, I am clicking trying to open it. Nothing's happening. The corners are kind of dark. Where is the light source, by the way? I don't see anything shining on here. What could it be? It doesn't look like it would be where you need the key to Ares. The patterns on the wall feel like they might mean something. But also, there's this line through that looks like it's where the texture might repeat. Or it's just where the door is braced to open. So, no certainty on that. It could be a time thing. It could be sacred hour. Honestly, frankly, it could just be having the moon pendant on your inventory, because that symbol has showed up so often, but with no real function to it. It could just be like Clara Epson, or I forget the great-grandmother's name. It could be just their, like, but it was the Sinclair side that owned, I thought, that owned Mount Holly. Epson side, I think. I mean, freaking Thomas Sinclair, I thought, willed it to Herbert, but it was his wife, I thought, who owned it prior to him. Mount Holly, I mean. Okay. So Sacred Hour and Moon Pendant are two suggestions here, 2 possibilities. I don't have any specific items that might be a dead giveaway. We can go get the key to Iris. It's not going to hurt us, I don't think, if we just go check to see. Again, I doubt that's going to be it, but you never know. It could also be the Blueprint's crown. That's all. I think all 3 of those, not equal. I think the Moon Pendant and Blueprint's crown are the 2 most likely options. But we're gonna go check, and then I'm gonna have to call it after this, because I inadvertently woke up at 3 in the morning today and did not get back to sleep. So I am fried and would like to sleep tonight. But there's a chance. We'll see. We'll see how streams go. Because Pokemon comes out on Thursday. And while my detest and disgust for Game Freak as a company being lazy is significant, it does not overshadow how much I loved Legends Arceus. And so my desire to play the new Pokemon game is pretty strong. So I might be playing that on stream Thursday when it comes out. Which means I might be shuffling around streams anyway, so I might be streaming this on Monday. We'll see. I like keeping it on Friday because I have the most people showing up on Friday. And so, out of respect for the people, I can't tell who's all returning, but if there are people who are invested parasocially in seeing how far I can get in this game, I would like to respect that and not play when you guys wouldn't be available. So, I might stream on Monday, stream this on Monday. I would prefer not to, but we'll see. But I'm very excited to keep playing, having actually made some meaningful, tangible progress for the first time in a hot minute. I think my gut says I'm not going to stream this on Monday. I'm going to keep it to Friday. But we'll see. I'm definitely going to talk to my dad about things. Again, such a long hallway. Angry little eyes. Yeah, didn't expect it to work, but worth checking while we have the steps. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go to the planetarium and raise our middle fingers to the sky and our aggravation that it continues to be a common floor plan and call it a day. But yeah, good times. A stressful and frustrating first 3 days, followed by the best day we've had in the hundreds so far. Cool. I don't know offhand what I'm going to be playing on Monday. It's still up in the air. I don't think I'm going to keep playing Yakuza. So I'll be thinking about that all week. There are a couple of my mutual Steam family friend has purchased a number of games that are kind of interesting and might be worth streaming a little bit of. So we'll see about that. Again, Thursday, probably Pokemon, might be Tears of the Kingdom, but probably Pokemon. And then Friday, same time, same place, Blueprints, 7 p.m. Eastern. If you like the stream, feel free to like the video. I always appreciate it. Same with subscribing to the channel. Notification bell if you want to make sure you don't miss a stream. That's the best way to know if I post something. I don't often schedule streams more than a few hours in advance, unfortunately, but it's almost always Mondays and Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern. Thursdays at like 2 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, Thursday will probably be earlier. It all depends on Pokemon launches. It might be 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to pre-order it, I think, just the day before so I can have it downloaded as soon as possible. But again, thank you for watching. I truly hope that you have a great weekend. I hope that the weather is warm if you want it to be warm, or cool if you want it to be cool, and that if there's conflicting things, it all works out somehow. But again, thank you, and I will see you next time. But until then, bye-bye!